What's up, cycle breakers? Thanks to the few that I've had a chance to sit down and talk with, and connect with again. Man, there's power in connection. I undervalued that for a long, long time in my life, and I still do to some degree because I'm naturally introverted. If you guys know what introverted and extroverted means, and there's a few levels in between, but an introvert is somebody who really you like people, you're fine with them. It's not like you're antisocial, but if you had the opportunity, you'd spend time by yourself and you'd do things by yourself because that's just where you're comfortable. And peopling kind of takes energy from you. But I'm a huge introvert. But here's the difference: is that when I connect, especially with you guys, man, where we sit down and we have awesome conversations and you guys are telling me about yourself and I get to learn about the person that you are. Like, I could talk to you all day, and I sometimes probably take up too much of your time because you guys got stuff to do during the day. But that for me, it fills my cup like a lot. And so I'm just, after today, after I've had a chance to talk with a couple of you guys for a while, that makes me like I'm walking on air today. I'm just really happy and really filled. Like feel good. There's power in connection. A lot of you might not necessarily realize that at this point in your life, and there's a few reasons for that, right? Is because you haven't had positive people to connect with in your life, or you've had connections that ended up hurting you overall, and that's that wasn't helpful. And so now you're protecting yourself from that feeling again, that disappointment, that the letdown, the being burned or whatever, taken advantage of and all that. And that sucks because that happens in life, no question about it. But don't close the door. Don't close the door on trying to establish connections with people, because there's life shifts that can be made as a result. Those of you that I've talked to today, I've let you know about my brother, who, if you paid attention, I said their name. I don't have a brother biologically, but the person I talked about today is my brother, because that's the type of connection we have, and I can be vulnerable to him. I can be my true self and talk about my insecurities and my anxieties and all the things that I'm stressed about and all that. And I can do that with my wife too, but there's different kinds of connection, and I really value that. And so, but there's only a few. I mean, there's only two really in my life that I do. I do that with you guys a lot because I think that there's power in sharing our stories together and letting each other know we're not alone, because you're not alone. And I needed to hear that when I was your age, and I didn't. And I didn't hear that until I was 40 some years old, sitting here in my office with my brother. And it wasn't until then that I actually felt like, in this life, holy cow, I'm not alone. And then I felt a lot of freedom, and I felt inspired and motivated and connected, and like I was no longer on an island. It was a pretty awesome process. I've tried to make connections in the past with other people, and it just didn't work out. And that's going to happen. I mean, that's just going to be life, right? And people are going to let you down, or you're going to fade from people and lose connection and all that. That's okay. That's okay, because you can always build new ones. But it's important. And find your people, man. Find your people. There are people out there for you. Even if you've been shown time and time and time again, it's these attempts at connecting with people just haven't worked out. I promise. The world is so big, and your world right now is right here. As you mature and as you venture out and as you try new things and go places, your world gets big. Your person's out there, whether that be a significant other or whether that be a friend, a mentor, or anything. Your person's out there. It definitely is, and there's connection to be had. And whether it's groups, teams, clubs, online forums, whatever the platform is now, there's connection waiting for you. Make sure it's the right one. Make sure it's the healthy one. Make sure it's people who will give to you as much as you give to them. That's important too. Don't let yourself be taken advantage of, because a lot of you guys, every time I talk to you, man, the story's the same, right? It's the same thing that I experienced, is that we give, and unfortunately, over the course of our life, people haven't given back. And so it's okay to expect that people meet you with the same amount of effort and care and love that you dish out. You deserve it, definitely. So, yeah, connection. It's powerful. For me, connection meant what? It meant I broke a cycle. I broke a cycle of being isolated and feeling alone and feeling like I'm stuck with my feelings, and I just have to deal with them for the rest of my life until eventually they just kind of weigh me down so much that I can't get out from underneath them. I don't feel that anymore because I connect with people. I go out of my way and out of my comfort zone to try to connect with people. And that's why I love talking to you guys, is because I feel like we connect. And I'm grateful for that. I appreciate every time you guys are trusting to share and letting me do the same. You know, it's helpful. It really is. And I want you guys to know definitely that no matter what stage of life you're in, you have these feelings and these insecurities and anxieties. It's fine. It's life, and it's how we respond to them and how we help each other get through them and how we receive help to get through them that really matters, right? Because that's part of being a human being. That's the human experience. So there's power in connection. Recognize it, use it, leverage it, and try to break that cycle of being isolated with those feelings and afraid to let them out, because you have every right in the world and you deserve an opportunity to let out what's inside so you feel connected, so you feel fulfilled, and you get what you need out of life as much as you give to others, right? Make that cycle. It's worth making. I promise you, you will feel so much lighter, and that's what we're looking for. But ultimately, we're looking to break cycles and make cycles. So here we go. Let's do it. Cycle breakers.